political, follow the money. Ukraine, Russia. Another global situation that has all the attention of the world. Now, just a couple years back, the whole world was looking at America dealing with George Floyd. And whatever they saw in their countries, that's what they saw. And they could not control what was shown to them due to the programming. Because if you dig a little deep and pay attention to what's going on overseas, yes, I totally believe I see the bombs that I see. I totally see the chaos and stress that I see. And I also see calmness and a redistribution of people. And in anything, there's winners and losers. In this case, the winners is white people and the losers is white people. But all jokes aside, the winners in this Ukraine-Russian war literally are white people, and the losers are white Jewish people. White Jewish people. Because when I say system reset, when we say regime change and nation build, look at what's going on, how white humans or white Europeans or whatever, Caucasians, got the attention, and they are on both sides of the spectrum. Look at the Ukraine war. They're funding Ukraine, funding Russia, buying the oil. And I'm going to make a note on Russia. I'm going to get back to that. But Ukraine, Russia, white. Now, when I say the losers are white Jewish people, is because of the Holocaust. We have an actual modern day Holocaust that's regime changing the Jewish Holocaust. So Jewish people will not have that humanitarian position any longer. System reset, clear in plain sight, political commentator. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm looking at the world and what's going on and commentating no different than Stephen A. Smith does the games. But you probably watch the games that he commentates on, but you more than likely, you probably didn't see what I saw because of what the topic is. So this is why it's important for me to share and see these things, because if we don't have skin in the game, it's called chess, not checkers. So if you look at it from a perspective of chess, not checkers, this is a chess move. Now look at this chess move. And this is the art of learning how to get back to things. Look at this chess move. I told you I was going to get back to Russia. Look at this chess move. The Biden administration. Has stopped trade with Russia, doing dealings with outside entities when it comes to they're trading their materials. A lot of the commercial backed fast foods restaurants, the retails are pulling out of Russia. And this is the kicker. The Russian money, the ruble. The ruble is less than 1 penny. And that's how you play the game of chess. You hit them in their pockets. Yeah, you hit them in their pockets. But look at the counter move by Putin. Vladimir Putin and 7 other countries decided to move from their regular currency and go to gold. Yep. So now Russia is currency. They're utilizing gold. So look at that. Look at the counter move. You heard the ruble. Okay. Could this have been a chess move by Putin? Could this have been a chess move by Putin to say, listen, let's go ahead and do this? And he said, if we press the line, Biden said, this was my Vladimir Putin voice. Joe Biden said, if we move the line on Ukraine, he will stop our ruble. Putin's response was, I don't even care about no ruble. We trying to rock that gold. So just imagine if that was a real situation where Putin said, listen, bump that ruble, man. I'm trying to get with gold because gold is on Wall Street. Gold is tradable. Everybody wear gold. Gold is at an all-time high right now. And I could just imagine the guy that sells gold and silver. Please get your gold and silver now. For just one gold coin, the face of Vladimir Putin commemorating the debacle of Ukraine for just $1,400 for one gold mint. I'm telling you, gold is a currency. So what a chess move. What a way to reset his system. Putin, I'm speaking of, basically getting a ruble out of the market. OK, why would we want to have and be associated with something cheaper than a peso? And we're just going to go ahead and utilize gold. And the question was asked to me this morning, what happened to the gold at the World Trade Center? My reaction to that was what happened to the gold at Fort Knox, because I believe we used to pay with gold. You know, you look at the Iraq war and the Kuwait war. It was a lot of these things. And then does the semiconductors have gold in it? So this is chess, not checkers. And I'm just being totally realistic to what's going on. So look at the winners and the losers. The winners is white people. The losers is white people. And put an earmark right there. The losers is the white Jewish people, because it looks like they're regime changing, nation building, and replacing the Holocaust with the, I have to say it, the Ukraine Mexodus. When I say Mexodus, it's like a mass exodus by force. See, we're trying to exit the two-party system. You know, we're like Moses, you know, leaving Pharaoh, confirmed with a pandemic, 400-year prophecy. So they're going to just go ahead and just take that energy and use all of this time right now to have a war, to take all the headlines, to when you look back in history at the time where there was a exodus, they're going to claim it. It says it's right there in the Bible. Look at us. It's us. And it's not. Why is there not an issue? And I'm going to say this. Keep that same energy. Now, somebody said that before, and I love that phrase, keep the same energy. And when Deshaun Watson was exonerated from the 23 women, his agent said, keep that same energy. So we're going to keep the same energy because we see exactly what's going on. During the time where we as a nation, or we have as a black nation, we as the descendants of the American slave trade, who's actually started documenting black humans, August 20th, the year 1619, over 400 years ago. In the original artifacts, it was 3 cooks, a tailor, and 2 glovers. And the tailor got his last name because that was the tailor, brought over by the Irish. The cooks got their last name because that's Malcolm and that's Johnny. But we're documenting humans for the first time. But what's their last name? What do you do? He's a cook. Okay, Johnny Cook. And then the glover. Gloves are very important. That's Irish history. Glover, medieval time, most prestigious. But we're going to leave that right there. But what I'm saying is signs and wonders. Let's connect with the universe and start looking at things from a whole different perspective, because we all are chosen to do the right thing. We all are chosen to make an impact. But the key is, how many of our distractions can we eliminate to actually focus and hear exactly from the divine? And that's something on a daily basis. And this is why we focus. And our loved ones know and understand. are the ones who have the right spirit know and understand. Because if you look at what's going on, I'm wondering why the same energy has not been with Israel and Palestine. The Gaza Strip, they've been warring forever, but the world did not do, not let's stand with Israel, let's stand with Palestine. No. Why? You know why? Because on record, the Ukrainian people, you have the Africans who's the blacks, but the Ukrainian people discriminate against what they call sand niggers. And those are the Israelis and the Palestinians, because they're on the darker shade. They're not Caucasian. If you look at what's going on in Ukraine, these are blonde, blue-eyed Switzerland type Caucasians, like seriously. And this is why it's the winners is whites and the losers is whites, because it's getting funded from both sides. And thanks to Whoopi Goldberg, now we know that the Jewish community, they're white. It's just the religion who separates them from a religious perspective. And we know that the Jewish community was lobbying for the gold medal, which is won by the blacks who haven't been championed. But if there's no champion, then there could be leeches and there could be people who could take advantage, of the good economic. So this is why the world is doing what it's doing. It's basically resetting itself, because the first shall be last and the last shall be first. We was the first of the creation. So now is our time to basically get in our rightful place, because everybody has chosen their position. The Mongolians cemented with the bronze medal in the race games. The Caucasians got the silver. And the reason why we have so many issues, because they don't want us to realize that the gold is for us and it's ours. It's not going to be given to us. It has to be taken. And right now, we don't have to take it. We just have to create it and be on the same sheet of music. Because if you look at the situation right now, in the situation when it comes to Ukraine and Russia, this is a Holocaust. This will replace the Jewish Holocaust. It will. I'm sitting back looking at the Channel 5 news. I hear the news commentator talking about here in front of the Ukraine Center, they have raised over $3 million, and it just keeps raising. So if you want to help, I'm thinking she in Ukraine, I look up, she on Pico. I'm like, wow, see, we don't have nothing. Something goes on in Haiti. Oh, that's messed up. What happened to Haiti? Had an earthquake. One of the largest earthquakes on the scale after the assassination of their president and the injury of his wife. 16 people in the house, but only them 2 shot. So what I'm saying is, it's time for us to realize who we are and start supporting each other and rise above the chaos, because it's really chaotic. Because right now they got us engulfed in a war that's overseas and forgetting about what we're dealing with on a daily basis. And this is why we cannot be distracted, because when you look at these situations, you wonder, what am I missing? What am I missing? And that was a cold situation in Vladimir Putin, because from a strategic perspective, whether he did or not want his ruble to plummet, but since it was, let's go ahead and press the line and go ahead and move to gold currency, because gold is better than cryptocurrency. A gold bar could get you very far.